It's late at night. It is, what time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I am so tired. Um, I'm just now getting to sit down and eat dinner. I know, crazy, huh? Um, I've just been on the go all day, and actually, I've been eating for like a little bit, but still have quite a bit to go. And I'm gonna do a few other things before I go to bed. But I was watching YouTube, as I do. I like to watch YouTube while I eat, or some kind of show or something. But I was watching this video. Let me go back and see what it's titled. It is by a creator by the name of, and this creator is like a big creator. Um, their YouTube name is just Spill, Spill. And the title of the video is "This Influencer Keeps Saying She's Fine, but Fans Are Finding Disturbing Clues." And I kept seeing it in my recommended videos. And I was like, wait a minute, that girl in the picture looks, or in the thumbnail looks so familiar. And I realized that's Woah Vicky. And some of you all might know what I'm about to talk about, and some of you might not. So I wanted to come on here and have some kind of say so in the matter. Now, when watching this, I was like, I haven't heard of Woah Vicky in a while. The last I saw, she was on YouTube, and she was trying to get her, she was trying to get her mom help because her mom, unfortunately, I don't know about now, but was an alcoholic. And I believe it was alcohol or drugs one, but I remember her and Vicky and her friends were trying to get her mom into rehab, and um, I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, let me go check out her videos, and I was like, wow, I really like these, and then I was getting these recommended videos of Vicky being in Baddies East, which I think Bad Girls Club and Baddies and shows like that are just so terrible. Growing up, my sister used to watch, the middle sister, there's three of us, but she would always watch Bad Girls Club, and I'm like, this show is so trashy. It's just a bunch of women screaming and fighting and wearing like little to no clothing out in public and just wherever they're at and talking sexual and cussing, and I'm just like, ew. Like, this is such a trashy reality show. The only thing I ever liked from that show was the one lady who says, something like, I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. Y'all ain't getting no sleep because of me. Like, that lives rent free in my head always. Um, and I remember watching that, like, right when it came out. But, it's on the internet too. It's circulating the internet. And it's funny video. Anyway, she was on Baddies East, and I was like, oh, this show is so trashy. Like, I didn't understand what Baddies was. I'd heard of it, and I was like, ugh. Once I figured it out, I was like, this show is so trashy. It's just like a spinoff of Bad Girls Club. It's like Love Island and shows like that. It's just so trashy, and oh, God. Anyway, I wouldn't want to personally embarrass myself like that on TV, but, some people do. But I was like, why would Vicky want to be on a show like this, And she's so, like, she seemed to, like, change her life around. I guess she still thinks she's black, but, whatever. She still talks ghetto and things like that. But I was like, wow, and watching her YouTube videos, I was like, she's really changed as a person. She's, such a Christian lady now and things like that. And I love that. I remember when her and the Cash Me Outside girl, what's her name? Oh, Bad Baby, when they got in that fight. And I don't know, I just thought it was so funny. But, so in watching this video from Spill, I was like, oh, let me see, what's going on with Vicky, because, the title, again, is "This Influencer Keeps Saying She's Fine, but Fans Are Finding Disturbing Clues." And I was like, I have to watch this. And it's a 30-minute and 38-second video, and I'm at 17 minutes and 7 seconds. And I just had to pause and make comments on what I've seen so far. And I know it's going to get worse the further in I watch. But y'all should know Woah Vicky. She's the one that she's a white girl from Atlanta. She says she's from Atlanta, and she ghetto and she talk like this, and like she looked on her ancestor DNA and it said that she had black in her, so now she black. And I'm sorry if that's offensive to anyone, but that's how Woah Vicky talks. And I always thought Vicky was a very pretty girl, and I still think that. But anyway, I think it's about the time when was it Lil Tay came around, and I heard there's some disturbing things about Lil Tay. Ugh. And I don't know whose video I saw about Lil Tay, like the title having to do with Lil Tay and something disturbing. I'm gonna say it was Rich Lux. I could be wrong. I love Rich Lux. My favorite thing about him in his videos when he says, grab a snack, come on back. I love Rich Lux. Anyway, now watching this video from Spill, I'm learning that Woah Vicky has went to Nigeria. Why she went to Nigeria? I don't know. But she went to Nigeria, and people are saying that she is being held captive. She's been kidnapped, being held captive, and sex trafficked. She's not. Vicky is like right this second at 12:48 p.m. Or a.m. I guess my time. She is in Nigeria somewhere, or I suppose it's Nigeria. She's in Africa, and she had gone MIA for a while. And people found out she was in Nigeria, and she hadn't been posting on social media anywhere. And all of her social media platforms that she's on has really big following. And so when people found out she was in Nigeria, there were these videos going around of her being around this man named Father. Hold on, let me look this up. Excusez-moi. Well, I figure this out. I wanna get this information 100% correct. Father. Let me have to go back. Father, that's gosh, give me a second, okay? Because I have to find this. I need to get this information 100% correct. Father DMW, I believe it is. I'm not seeing, oh gosh. They're showing his page on here, his Instagram, but excuse me. My gosh, I'm getting choked. This is where they're talking about Bad Girls, or not Bad Girls Club, but Baddies East. But, oh my gosh. Oh wait, here we go. No, that's not it. But here we go. I found it. Father DMW, yes. Father DMW. Oh, that Modelo looks so good. I love Modelo. Anyway, I got an ad for Modelo. But she's with this man named Father DMW. Sounds like BMW, but it's DMW. And in this video, this spill video, I'm going to link it down below. But in this video, she's with this man, and it shows his actual Instagram page, and it says Father DMW, and down below, right below it, it has his actual name. And I can't seem to find that part, but it's there. And she's with this man in all of these videos, and the whole time she's with this man, making these videos, this Nigerian man, it's like he's telling her what to say. You don't see him telling her what to say. I mean, sometimes you do, but most of the time you don't. But when she's saying these things standing next to him, she's fidgeting. She never looks into the camera. She's always looking at him as if, she's looking at him to be like, I'm saying what you want me to. And she calls him that. She calls him Father DMW, and that is so weird to me. and she's playing with her hair like nonstop, like all of these red flags from these videos is saying like, I need help. I'm in danger. And then people now are like, free Woah Vicky. And they're saying things like, she's in danger. She needs help. Somebody go help her. Even her own mother had made a video saying, hey, my daughter needs help. She's being kidnapped in Nigeria. She's being held captive. And the father DMV, in there's a video where he's in a car and Vicky's like sitting next to him. Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh. I had a little mini heart attack. Oh, my cat snuck up on me and meow, like hit my hand and like meowed at me really loud. Oh my gosh, scared the hey out of me. Jesus. He wants some love and attention. But he's telling her, or he's telling people in the video, he's like, there's nothing, or he was like basically saying, well, not basically, he is saying like straight out of his mouth, no like bullshitting, no like kidding around. He doesn't sound like he's joking or anything. He's saying, yes, I kidnapped Vicky, and she's not coming back. To something like, not word for word, but he said something like, he did say, she has been kidnapped, and you're not getting her back in America unless you pay me, or you give me this much money. And she's being held for ransom. And it's so disturbing. Like, he looks like a disturbing man. Like, he would be that kind of person. And there's a video of him, like, she's in a white dress, and she never speaks when he's speaking. Never. She doesn't interrupt him or anything. And in one video, like, she's wearing this white dress, and he's in this, I don't know, whatever outfit, and he gets down on one knee and gives her a ring, like, they're getting married or something, and it's so weird and creepy. And she comes up in these videos and says that she's saying herself, but he's next to her. She's saying, there's nothing wrong with me. I came here on my own free will. I can leave whenever I want. Like, I'm not in any danger. I'm not kidnapped. I'm not being trafficked. All these things. But like I said, she's not looking at the camera when she's saying it. She's looking at him. She's fidgeting around, playing with her hair. She's trying to look happy and okay, but it doesn't look like she is. And it's disturbing beyond belief. And then she ends up with this other man now. I'm at the part now where she's with some other man named Czech something, like Czech Republic, like that kind of Czech, not like CHECK. But she's with some man named Czech something, and he looks to be Nigerian as well. I could be wrong, but I don't fully remember. But he's like Nigerian or something, and now she's with him, and people are saying that she's being sex trafficked, and you can see in some of the videos like bruises all over her body. It's no, it's not okay. And Natalie Nunn, which I never heard of that person, but she is a producer on Baddies East. And apparently she was, there's a lady, the part I'm at now, there's a lady named Lala who is saying that, I believe her name's Lala, she is saying that, or she's talking to some guy, like an interview or something, and she's telling him that Natalie Nunn basically is like trying to convince her, well, was at one point trying to convince her to get on this plane and go with her to Nigeria. And she finally convinced her to do it. At first she was like, and convinced her to get on this plane to go to Nigeria. And when she got on the plane, there was nothing but women on the plane, like girls. I guess Natalie is going around trafficking girls. Not like super young girls, but like girl. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. But she's trafficking these women and sending them to Nigeria so they can be sex trafficked or God knows what, And, they came, whoever it was came up to Vicky and was like, hey, like, you should be on Baddies East. We really want you on there. And then she's like, I'm not about that. All they do is fight on that show and and cuss each other out and stuff. And, I'm for the Lord. I'm not like that. And the clip that I saw of Vicky going around on the internet of her on Baddies East, like, Vicky got her ass handed to her. She got in a huge fight. All because of Vicky trying to tell those women in Baddies East that she was with on the show that, she was saying, Jesus loves you, the Lord loves you, and just like preaching the Bible, being a decent human being, while these other women are being like absolute trash and barely their clothing. And so Krishan had her friends, Krishan Rock, who was on the show, had her friends go over there and beat up Vicky. And then the next day, Vicky had bruises all over, and so she went to the police. She told the police what had happened, and she quit the show, and she got on a plane and went back home. And I don't blame her. And the lady who was on the plane going to Nigeria with Natalie Nunn and those other women, and again, Natalie Nunn is on producer of the show Baddies East, and she was saying that the show is not a good show. All they do is traffic women. They traffic women. They sexually abuse them. They get them in these fights and stuff so they can like beat each other up, and it's not okay. And basically, that show's like a piece of crap. And so many people watch that show all of the time. I see it on YouTube all the time. People reacting to it, and people talking about, oh, this my show, and I'm like, what? No, Baddies East is on, girl. Ooh, girl. And I'm like, no, no, no. I'd rather watch Barney on repeat than watch that show. Well, no, actually, that's not true, because if you know the story about the original Barney guy, the guy who played Barney, ooh, there's a rabbit hole to go down. Anyway, it's this whole situation is disturbing, and I haven't finished watching the video. Like I said, it's 30 minutes. I think it's like 30 minutes and 38 seconds. I have an ad right now on my screen. I paused it so the ad wouldn't play, and so I can't really see the time, but like I'm on 17 minutes and some seconds, and I'm gonna finish watching this, but I am just so disturbed, and I feel like it's only gonna get worse. The Czech guy, who Vicky is with, um, his name is Czech something Czech. I don't know. He's Nigerian or something. She was seen in a video with him, and they're in like the worst part of Nigeria, like the most dangerous like part of Nigeria, whatever. And you can see her playing pool. And get this, someone had said in one of the comments of her videos, in your next video that you post, if you need help or if you're in danger or something like that, wear a red dress. And guess what she was wearing in her next video? A red dress. Like, what? And then someone else had commented, if you're in danger, something like if you're in danger and you need help, like, touch your neck in your next video. And in her next video, she touches her neck. But she's claiming that she's okay. Like, no, you're not. You're not okay, honey. Like, I don't know. I, somebody's got to save her. And I think about this a lot, and I hate that I do this, but I think about, like, sometimes I'll randomly think, like, right now, right this second, I'm sitting here, like, enjoying myself, watching my favorite show, laughing, whatever, and there are people out there being kidnapped, held hostage, tortured, essayed, R-worded, groomed, all of these things, like being tortured in somebody's basement, like made to do these awful things, trafficked and things. And I'm like, like, being abused. And, there's people out there, like kids or whatever, living in dog cages, force fed, someone's feces and things. I watch a lot of true crime and a lot of like body cam footage and interrogations and things like that. And I'll see a lot of these kinds of things on there, and it's just, there are so many evil things in this world. It's disturbing. But when I think about these things, I just sit and cry because I'm like, my God. Like, and then I'm not so happy anymore. But I just don't understand. I looked up yesterday, why the cartel cannot be stopped. I was like, thinking to myself, why can't somebody do something about the cartel? They're absolutely horrific people, and they do horrific things that, most people can't even imagine. And a lot of these cartel videos get posted on the internet and shown around. And although, a lot of like big time, like head leaders in the cartel and just people in the cartel, they get arrested, they get locked up for the rest of their lives, whatever. Like, who was it? El Chapo. He escaped, from prison, and what was it, twice or something like that? I could be wrong, but whatever. He escaped, but he did get arrested. But like, I don't know. But looking up why that, the cartel can't be stopped, basically the police are scared of the cartel. They're scared of what the cartel could do to them, the police, or what they could do to their families. And it also said that, the police don't have strong enough weapons to defend themselves from the cartel. Like, the cartel have, like, mass destruction weapons and things like that. And that sometimes the police and political figures and judges and things like that, they are not part of the cartel. They're working with cartel. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's like, what the hell? Or the cartel has paid them money to keep them quiet. And I'm just like, oh no. And I was like, and I'd asked ChatGPT, and I was like, why can't the military step in? Why can't they do something? And ChatGPT said that the cartel or military is not allowed to do that. They're not allowed. It's illegal for them. And I'm just like, oh my God. So like, this stuff is. Ooh, bless you. My doggy sneezing. But I don't know. But somebody do something. Somebody save Vicky before it's too late. My cat. I'm scared to see how this video is going to finish out. Like, I'm honestly on the edge of my seat. Like, I feel kind of physically sick because of it. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't understand. And my heart's breaking for her. And obviously, there's something really going on when she says there's not, But I'm going to leave the video link down below, and I want you guys to check it out and let me know in the comments of what you think. And share this story of Vicky, please. Because right now, right this second, she's being trafficked in it's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just so sad. I never thought I would see a video about Vicky like this, and God only knows who else it's happening to, And there was a video clip going around of Ray J, yes, Ray J, the Ray J, calling one of the producers of Baddies, like the black Jeffrey Epstein. And I know there are so many people out there just like Jeffrey Epstein, and it makes me physically sick. I 100%, like 1,000,000, 1,000, 1 gazillion percent believe in an eye for an eye. If you're out here R-wording somebody, that should happen to you. If you're out here, doing these awful things, whatever it is, it should happen to you, But anyway, I'm going to go share this video make your own videos, get this story out there, and yeah. And also, speaking on Olivia Johnson, I guess she's gotten word that CPS will be knocking on her door. So that means that she's been watching reactor videos, or she's seen mine. I don't believe she's seen mine. I believe she has seen from reactors. Um, obviously, ooh, oh my God, I scared myself. It looks like somebody was, coming into the kitchen, because I'm in the kitchen. It looked like somebody was coming in out of the corner of my eye. This is my hair. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. Um, but I see you, girl. I see you watching, whether you're watching my channel, my videos, or watching reactors. I'm not that big of a channel yet. But I suppose she's out there watching reactors, because I have said that, CPS is coming. Don't know when. I have absolutely no idea when. But she said that they were coming, and she said she was waiting on CPS like it was nothing. She didn't sound scared, nothing. So. And did you see that she was out there cheating? She was cheating on an exam today for school. She was using Google to help her cheat. Girl, whatever field you're going into, trying to get a degree in, I hope it ain't medical. I hope it ain't, obviously it's not medical. I don't think it's dental, but if it involves you having to work with patients, health-wise, or nail-wise, or whatever, don't you dare. Don't you dare come at me. Because if you're using Google to cheat, girl, you ain't gonna know what you're doing in whatever field you're trying to get into. But anyway, I'm gonna go again share this video. I would so much appreciate it, and leave your comments and your thoughts and opinions down below on the situation, and I will see you guys later. Bye.